Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So in today's video we do have a lot to discuss because right now what's currently going on in Barcelona is something that we do need to talk about. And so we are first going to talk about Luis Suarez and if he will be able to leave Barcelona within these 2 weeks. Then we will be talking about Sergino Dest and the interest coming from Barcelona and Bayern Munich. And then lastly we will be talking about the motion of no confidence that's currently happening in Barcelona. And so we are first going to start with Luis Suarez, and it has been confirmed that Luis Suarez has passed the Italian exam needed to obtain citizenship. Juventus, who are still interested in the striker, are now waiting for the situation to evolve, and this was according to Romeo Agresti. So Suarez has done his part. He did pass the test, which was the B1 Italian exam, and this is only going to make it easier for Luis Suarez to leave to Juventus. Now here's the thing, immediately after he did complete the B1 Italian exam, it has been confirmed by Juventus that they have signed Dzeko. And if you guys don't know who he is a 34-year-old striker who is basically in the same category as Luis Suarez. Now what does that mean? That means that Juventus has found the replacement for Luis Suarez. They have moved on from our own player, which means that they do not want to bring in Luis Suarez no more. And it says here, according to Romeo Agresti, Suarez will not join Juventus anymore. And the reason why Juventus did sign Dzeko instead of Luis Suarez is because they do not want to waste any time. Right now Juventus do want to bring in a striker as soon as possible, and this only happened because Barcelona, Bartomeu, the sporting directors, and Luis Suarez took a very long time to sort things out. Now here's the question, where do we go from here? What do we do with Luis Suarez? Because it's clear that Koeman does not plan on using Luis Suarez in this upcoming season. He is simply not in the plans. And it says here, according to Fabrizio Romano, Atletico Madrid are considering a move for Luis Suarez. It's not an easy deal, but not impossible. He'll leave Barcelona for free. Simeone would love to have Luis Suarez. And so if we were to compare the move between Luis Suarez and Juventus and Luis Suarez and Atletico Madrid, it's going to be no problem with Luis Suarez moving to another Spanish club. But the problem is going to continue to remain, which is Barcelona needs to pay Luis Suarez the remaining year of his contract, which is 14 million euros. And to be very honest, if we were to go in this route, if we were to give Luis Suarez to Atletico Madrid for free, we would not benefit at all from this move. Because yes, we'll let him go for free and we also have to pay him 14 million euros. And the only positive I can see from this move is that Luis Suarez does play football. He will not be put into the back burner and not see the field ever again. And as Barcelona fans, as Barcelona supporters, we want to see Luis Suarez happy. We do not want to put Luis Suarez on the bench throughout the whole season. But from a club point of view, from a business point of view, we do not benefit at all from this move. And so it's all going to depend on what Barcelona want to do. Do they want to keep him in this summer, let him go for free in the summer of 2021, or just let him go for free in this summer? Because to be very honest, seeing those two different options, they're actually completely the same. Moving on to the next topic of the day, and we're going to be talking about Sergino Dest. So yesterday, about 48 hours ago, it has been reported that Barcelona do consider bringing in Sergino Dest. I think that Barcelona are finally aware that they do need to strengthen one of their weak points, which is the right back position. And it has been reported 48 hours ago that Barcelona are first on the list because the other club that is interested in bringing Sergino Dest in is Bayern Munich. And it says here, according to Sport Bild, there is a move involving Dest to Barcelona that is not yet finalized. Bayern have an advantage over Barcelona in the duel of Ajax Sergino Dest. There is still no agreement between Bayern or Barcelona yet. The agents of Sergino Dest are in talks with both clubs. So many of you guys might question, why is Bayern in the position to have a greater advantage compared to Barcelona? And that is because Bayern have bidded before. Bayern Munich were interested in Sergino Dest first, then it was Barcelona. So when it comes to the advantage, there is no personal agreements that has been agreed on between Sergino Dest or Bayern Munich. It is simply just because Bayern bidded first. That is the advantage. And just to go further into detail on what that bid did look like from Bayern, it has been said by Mike Verwey, the reason for Ajax refusal of the 15 million offer from Bayern Munich is because they offered 20 million euros in an earlier stage. Ajax still demand at least 20 million euros plus 5 million euros in variables. And just to put it into other words, basically Bayern Munich says, we'll give you 15 million euros and not 25 million euros. And then Ajax said, no, actually, we want what you gave us before. We want the 20 to 25 million euros. If you were to give us 15 million euros right now, that makes no sense because if you were capable to give us 25 million euros before, you're going to give us 25 million euros right now. And so that's basically the negotiations between Ajax and Bayern Munich. There is some tension. And so we should expect to hear Bayern bid for a second time for Sergino Dest within the coming days. And so Barcelona are going to have competition. And it says here, according to Fabrizio Romano, Bayern know how timing is key to sign him because Barcelona can't make any official bid now. That's why today Bayern directors were in Amsterdam to meet Ajax. And that is why we do say Bayern do have the upper hand. But that does not mean that Barcelona will not negotiate and try to bring in Dest in. And going based off this information here that we have just spoke about, I want to make two key points. Number one, I think that if Ajax do stand by their word and they say that we want to be paid 20 million euros plus 5 million in variables, I think that that will be unachievable for FC Barcelona. Barcelona will completely fall off from this deal if Ajax say we want 20 to 25 million euros right now. Now here's the thing, there is another report that did state that Barcelona are willing to bid for a loan from Sergino Dest with a mandatory option to buy this player in the summer of 2021. And to be very honest, this will be very suitable for both clubs because it would guarantee a purchase price of 20 to 25 million euros for Sergino Dest, so Ajax will be getting those funds regardless whether it's this summer or the next summer. And it would also be suitable for Barcelona because they would not need to pay any fee within this summer transfer window, and they will have about 8 to 9 months in order to make those 25 million euros and bring that fee to Ajax in the summer of 2021. Now the second point is this, if we evaluate Bayern Munich right now and we look at the players that they do have, if we look at the right back position, it is way too oversaturated because they have two players named Kimmich and Pavard, two great world-class players, where I know that if Dest were to look at this, he would say I want no part of it because the competition would simply be way too much for Sergino Dest. And I believe that it would not be ideal for Sergino Dest to go to a club like that knowing that his minutes are going to be extremely minimized. But when we talk about Barcelona, it is a completely different story because right now Barcelona do need a right back more than ever. Sergino Dest will go into Barcelona knowing that his services are going to be way more demanded compared to Bayern Munich. And as a 19-year-old player, you do want to get the most minutes as much as possible in order to develop the best way possible. And here's the solution for FC Barcelona. The only solution that Barcelona could do to bring in Sergino Dest would be to sell players, gain these funds, and then bring the player in. It's very simple. And it says here, according to Fabrizio Romano, Barcelona are in talks for him, but they can't sign players only if they sell, just like the Depay deal. So if Semedo leaves, Barcelona will try and sign Sergino Dest. And so that is where the question does come up for this club. Would it be ideal to let go of Semedo in order to bring in Sergino Dest? Or do they want to go with the route of having Semedo and Sergino Dest in the same season, which would mean that Barcelona would go with the route of having Sergino Dest on a loan with a mandatory option to buy in the summer of 2021. So it is a very tough decision for Barcelona to make. I think for Barcelona right now, it would be much more ideal for them to not spend any dollar on this loan and have that mandatory option in the summer of 2021. But let me know what you guys think. Is Sergino Dest a must for Barcelona in this upcoming season? And if he is, what route do you believe Barcelona should take? Moving on to the last topic of the day, and we are going to be talking about the motion of no confidence. This is something that has been highly talked about in the past week because the main goal of this whole thing, of this whole campaign, is to get rid of President Bartomeu and the board members, because we have seen enough. We have seen so many things happen in the year of 2020, from the Barcagate scandal to Lionel Messi leaving to losing A2 because of the complete lack of project, because of so many things. And I think that it is only right for us to act in this way. And it has been announced that we need a total of 16,750 votes in order for this movement to progress. And so I'm going to explain this as easy and simple as possible because I understand that my audience is a little on the younger side. And so here's the thing, Barcelona today, they have done it. They have done it. They have passed the 16,750 total votes that needed to be required. And it has been reported by Alfredo Martinez that the platform for the motion of no confidence has just submitted 20,731 signatures, which is 4,000 more than we originally did need. There were doubts before if we were able to reach the 16,000 milestone, but we have surpassed it completely, and it has been presented in Barcelona. And so I do applaud the socios, everyone that did vote in Barcelona. But that was phase one, which was to exceed the 16,750 votes. Now that we have achieved the phase one, now we are on phase two, which is we do need to validate these votes. Are these votes real? Some of these votes may be invalid, and it is expected, right, historically, every time we do collect votes similar to this, around 3 to 8 to 10%, they do end up being invalid for whatever reason. I was talking to a close friend where his Instagram is named Blaugrana Planet, and he stated that sometimes these votes can be invalid because some of these votes came from people who are not considered or registered as socios. And so once they do get the total valid votes, then they need to ask, okay, how many of these votes that are now validated going to go against President Bartomeu? And it has been reported that we need at least 66% of these valid votes to be going up against President Bartomeu, that they do not want Bartomeu to continue. If we get less than 66% of these valid votes, then this will not continue to move forward and Bartomeu will continue. And again, if these valid votes go past 66%, then the elections can be called. The board members, everyone that does work within the club will be completely wiped out, and then that is where everything else falls into place, where we can vote for Victor Font, Laporta, and many other candidates that are trying to become president of FC Barcelona. And it has been said by Barcelona themselves that there will be a 10-day period that is now officially open to validate the signatures. And then they continue to say that the board may invalidate any votes that are not sufficiently accredited. And so that basically sums up what I did explain earlier. And so that is where we do stand today. I think right now Barcelona is headed towards the right direction. We are doing what we need to do. The socios are doing what we need to do. And so I'm going to stand by this. I think that we can go through. I think that we can change things within this club. And so I am excited. I am excited to see how everything is going to change, what's going to happen. I honestly cannot tell you where we're going to be at in 2 or 3 months, but we are headed in the right direction. And so that'll be it for today's Barcelona Daily News. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please feel free to DM me on Instagram, message me on Twitter. I am open to these messages. I do take a long time to reply back because I do get a lot of messages, but yeah, I am open on other social media platforms. Feel free to reach out. And again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.